Hello, everyone, and welcome back to more Cardinals, the last episode of year number 2, week 17, game number 16, against the Oakland Raiders. We are coming off a massively embarrassing, crushing defeat at the hands of the new Denver Broncos, who are playing for their playoff lives, I believe, still. The Oakland Raiders, however, today, our new opponent, they are not. They're not playing for anything, really, other than maybe the first pick in the draft. They are terrible, and our fans knew that, so they didn't decide to show up, because we are 13-2. We've already clinched a playoff spot, and no one wants to come see us play a horrendous Raiders team. So we're going to be playing essentially for ourselves here, as no one comes out to Sun Devil Stadium. And there you see Jake Plummer warming up, but he's not going to be playing today, because we are resting our starters. At least the important ones, David Boston, Jake Plummer, the ones who get paid a lot of money. I was thinking about, I think I do actually bench a couple defensive starters. I didn't do it the last week, I don't think. Like, I think LaFawn Flowers played the whole game, Kwame Lassiter and stuff. But I think in this one I might actually bench them. I can't remember. But David Boston, Thomas Jones, Jake Plummer, yeah, those guys are going to be riding the bench today. And it's going to be Herman Gramont's opportunity, his second straight start here to end the season. He's actually started a few games. I think actual legitimate starts he's had maybe 3 or 4, or this would be his 3rd or 4th this year. So kind of crazy. I did draft him, fully not expecting him to play. I was kind of hoping he would, just to maybe boost up his overall a little bit, on like an easier difficulty. But I don't think that's going to happen. He had a terrible game last week. And hopefully he can have a better game this week. So Herman Gramont's going to drop back. But the pressure is on the Raiders. Send the kitchen sink. And Herman Gramont is down. Oh, no. Send out the ambulance. Send out the cart. He's down. He's injured. And there you see a couple plays later, he's out for the game. So Jake Plummer's got to suit up and step back out there and hopefully try and lead this Cardinal offense into something, into anything, as we float that one out to Michael Coffey, who had a step on a couple Raider defenders, but he couldn't haul that one in. It was kind of an awkward pass. So we do manage to stop the Raiders, though, in their time with the football, but Seabass has that freaking leg, and geez, dude, could have made that from 55 yards if he wanted to. It's just unfair. It's a cheat code. That guy is an animal. So 2nd and 11 now for our Cardinal offense here, trying to answer back to the Raiders, and we get it to McCord, who gets it over a couple Raider defenders and has a step here, but he clearly does not have that speed and gets tripped up around the ankles. I think McCord is the guy we traded for from Atlanta, if I'm not mistaken, right? I think that's who we got from Atlanta. I can't remember. He hasn't really played, but I think he is a rookie. So I think he was a rookie from Atlanta, maybe 2nd year. I don't know. But so a 3rd and short situation now for the Cardinals. Plummer's going to find Hedgel across the middle. It's normally David Boston's route. We're not going to be calling his number, but he is chilling out on the bench, not even suited up. Well, he's suited up because it's a video game, but he's not even suited up. So we have another 3rd down situation now on offense. Trying to spin away from the pressures, Plummer. He's going to just float that one. Just going to flip it, just sidearm it. To Kyle Hedgel across the middle again as we awkwardly throw that one off of our foot. And Hedgel's going to get blown up by a big Raiders defender. But we have the 1st down. So 2nd and 7, we're going to try and punch this one into the end zone. Plummer's got men in his face, pause, and he finds Freddie Jones in the back of the end zone. Big tight end catching that one and a whole heap of coverage, but he manages to haul it in. So we get the ball again, and we're going to float the one out to McCord again, who hauls that one in on the left side. You love to see it. So we're getting that boy involved. For the first time this season. It's the last game of the year. He might as well show out and prove that he can be a piece either of this team or another team and give us picks next year. That's what I'm looking at. So the first quarter comes to a close as we hold a 7-3 lead over the Raiders, but we are already knocking on Oakland's door, looking to hopefully punch it in and extend our lead by chance. So 2nd goal situation now for the Cardinals. Plummer's going to drop back in shotgun formation and find Kyle Hedgel, who catches it along the goal line and just has to step in an inch to get the 6. So we're going to extend our lead now 14-3 over the Raiders. And Sosopo is going to find Greer, and this one's heading the other way. He's got some speed. Can he escape all the Raiders defenders? And he shakes off Sosopo, but gets brought down by someone else. And yes, I am saying the last couple syllables of his last name, Mr. Tuiasosopo, I think this is how you say it. Someone corrected me in the comments of the last Raiders game from last year, and I've already forgotten because he's Mr. Irrelevant to me. But no, he shouldn't be. I should know the name because he's been the Raiders starter the last 2 times we've played them, and now I think he's just the de facto Raiders starter because Rich Gannon has retired. So it is Tuiasosopo's show now, and he is leading it. But he better get his show on the road as we punch in another touchdown to extend our lead 21-3 early in the first half. So the Raiders are going to need to get something going here. His clock is ticking. It is a 3rd and short situation. Tuiasosopo is going to drop back and float that one out, and he's going to find Porter on the left side of the field, who's going to haul that one in between 2 defenders. Nice throw by Tuiasosopo. Finds a window there. Gets that between Kwame Lassiter and Greer, who had the pick earlier. So the clock is continuing to run, and the Raiders are going to try and run hurry up here. They want to get some points here before the first half is done, make this a bit more manageable of a game. Tuiasosopo's got some time to throw, and he finds Wells on the right side of the field. Wells is going to shake off a defender and haul that one in, and the Raiders got themselves a touchdown, their first touchdown of the day. So we head into the locker room at halftime, holding on to an 11-point lead over the Raiders. We've blown a lot of leads in the second half, and hopefully we don't blow this one, because we don't need to win 14 games this year, but I'd rather not lose because of our incompetence, either through coaching or through just game management in the second half. So we're going to kick this one off to the Raiders to start off the second half. They're going to have plenty of time to see if they can't even up the score a little bit. And so there you see Lathon Flowers gets injured, but he's going to be all right. That would really upset me if he was like injured long term. But on 3rd and short, they're going to get out to Gardner, who's shaking off some tackles, evading all the pressure here, and he finds the end zone. So that'll be the only points of the 3rd quarter. So now the Raiders are within 1 score, and again, just like that, our lead has evaporated. And the Raiders have another opportunity with the football. It is 3rd and long, and Tuiasosopo is going to find Porter again on the left side of the field. Our pass rush is really just not there, or our coverage in the secondary has really just not been there today against this Raider offense, against a quarterback who really has not played well. So it's a 3rd and 10 situation now for the Raider offense. Tuiasosopo is going to drop back. He's got all freaking day to throw, and he finds an open man, but he's just off timing-wise by about a second or so. And so they're going to have to bring out Seabass to try and make this game a 1-point game, and Seabass sends that one up, but that time he doesn't have the direction. He's got the leg, but does not have the accuracy. So the lead is going to hold tight at 4. And we are going to try and go for it all with Kyle Hedgel, and he hauls it in. And now Oakland's going to try and burn some timeouts here because they want as much time left on the clock here to try and get the ball back and score. But we are in pretty good shape here. We have a chance to really put this one away as we give it to Makovica, our touchdown goblin. A little bit longer of a pickup for him. He does get about 5 yards. But still, we're just burning some clock here, playing keep away. We try to give it to Scobie, and he gets bottled up, and he can't get it in. I really want the touchdown. There's still plenty of time here for Oakland to get the ball back and score. So if we could get a touchdown, I would really put this game out of reach. But we have to punch it in. So 3rd and goal, can we do just that? We hand it to Thomas Jones, who comes in as the 3rd down back, and he shakes off some tackles and bangs it up the middle, but he cannot haul it in or cannot bring it in. So we're just going to take the easy points here, make this one manageable. I already lost last week. I'm trying to play it safe here, conservative. I know. I normally go for it, but it's whatever. So we take a 7-point lead now over the Oakland Raiders with just a minute left to go. So Tuiasosopo is going to try and lead his game-winning drive as he already finds Porter, who hauls it in at midfield. Gosh, where's the coverage in the secondary, man? Just getting absolutely burned on that side. Greer has just been getting worked all day long, even as an interception, but he's still just getting worked, man. It's just ridiculous. 4 receptions, 94 yards. I mean, yeah, you gotta tighten down a little bit better, bud. The clock is running here, and the Raiders are going to spike it and clock it because they only got 41 seconds here to operate. 2nd and 10 now from about midfield. They have plenty of time to go the distance, but they need that touchdown if they want to tie the game. Now, Tuiasosopo's dropping back, and he's floating that one out, and he throws that one into triple coverage to Porter, and that time Greer and a couple of his buddies are able to break up that pass. So 3rd and 10 now for the Raiders. What are they going to do? They're going to send a man in motion. First of all, try and throw off our defense a little bit, which is 38 seconds left to go. Tuiasosopo is going to drop back. He's got a lot of time to throw here, but he's taking all the time in the world, and he's going to try and flush out of the pocket. He had a clean pocket to try and make a throw, but I guess he didn't feel like he had the openings that he wanted, so he tried to escape, but he does not have that speed as he gets brought down. So on a 4th and 7, Tuiasosopo is going to try and make something happen here, and he finds an unnamed tight end, but he is not past the sticks, and that play is made, and he is brought down before the 1st down marker, and that is going to be all she wrote for the Raiders. Last-ditch effort, last gasp, as we hold on to our 14th dub of the year. Woo! We have not had a losing streak at all this year, which is crazy to even just think about after what happened last year, the disastrous end to our season at the second half of last year. And Kyle Hedrill gets player of the game honors here with 5 catches, 70 yards, and a touchdown. So here you see, again, as I've talked, about being in these close situations in second half. I think I talked about this in the Seahawks video, how, normally when the games get close in the second half, the other team outplays us. But that wasn't the case with Seattle. In this game it is. Oakland actually played a little bit better than we did, but we were able to hold on to our lead because they had a lot of mishaps and issues and weren't able to finish on offense in the first half, and it wasn't until the second half they decided to actually play like a real football team. But even then, they could not finish. So Jake Plummer is the only listing for a quarterback since Herman Graham, I don't even think, got to attempt a pass. He got sacked on his first play of the game. So, yeah, unfortunate for him. So here you see our receiving breakdown. A lot of interesting names, that's for sure. Scobie gets absolutely blown up in the pass rush, which is hilarious. He just could not contain anyone. If they got through to Scobie, they were getting to the quarterback. So that is going to end our season here, our regular season, as we look ahead now to the playoffs. Yes, playoffs, because we did make it. So we're going to send the rest of the Week 17 games here, the Week 17 slate of games, and we're going to take a look at the final standings here, at least for the NFC, so you guys can see how things kind of stacked up, because the results are interesting to say the least as we look over some coaching resignations. So we take the top spot in the NFC. The Bears take home the North. The Bucs take home the South. The Eagles take home the East. And then the Seahawks and Rams out of our own division are the wild card. So we will probably be seeing potentially one of them, depending on how the wild card weekend shakes up. We may be seeing them in Sun Devil Stadium. So looking forward to that. The next video, we will be doing that. So I need everyone at Sun Devil Stadium when we play our first playoff game with the Cardinals.